Hello everyone and welcome to another great stream here in Boros MTG. Today we are still testing for the RC and I'm gonna test Quantum Riddler in Simic Ritual again. And in this case the reason is because there was a list that top 8, I think a big tournament this weekend, playing Riddler plus Essence Flux. Essence Flux is a bad ephemerate. In this case it's a blue card that for 1 blue mana instant, target creature you control, only you control. You blink it, and if it's a spirit, put a +1/+1 counter on it. We don't play any spirit. This is a Sphinx. This is an A, creature A. Merfolk Wizard, Elemental Incarnation. So no spirits in the deck, but it lets us blink for value, oracles, quarters. It saves Oculus from spells. You can also have a Subtlety, if I'm right, under Oculus, and then you blink it and it returns a Subtlety, and you can use the effect again. That's the same with Endurance or with Harbinger, so you can also flip cards that you have with Oculus, and obviously you can blink Riddler, which is always a thing to do. Hi, Kade. And then in the sideboard, I'm testing more or less the same sideboard they were playing. I'm cutting the Cooling Ritual. I'm trying Propaganda. Last day it was pretty decent. And yeah, they played Force of Negation over the 4th Dispute. I like the Dispute. It's so efficient as a card right now in the format. So maybe I'm just testing like this. And yeah, that's it. Let's go to play the week. Modern. So okay, we found our first opponent in Olden. We have no info what they are playing, but we have a decent hand that draws cards and has 1 free spell, which is always what you want in this deck. No ritual yet, but we are not playing Shardless Agents, so it will be a bit harder to get into our rituals. I like Shardless Agent a lot. That card is just so great. Maybe one of my favorite cards in Magic. H-Maze. This could be a Mirror. This could be Living End. Riddler. This could be... Okay. H-Maze 2. Okay. This is a Mirror. Okay, literally same play. Okay, yeah, we're playing a Mirror. We need to get fast in this matchup. So I could try to resolve Spirit and Ritual here. They don't tend to have a lot of spells, so I go with Lord. Lake has Quadrant Response, seeing if they draw Force of Negation. They have Force? Yeah, Flare. Oh, yeah, I'm stupid. I didn't thought that was Flare. I could have Subtlety the Quadrant. Yeah, that's fine. Land. I should get a forest, yes. Riddler. They're gonna blink it. Not fine if they blink it. Okay, we're playing the Mirror. Yeah, they are a bit ahead. They changed Magic Online, and now instead of that, that's Force of Negation was a bit late to the party. Instead of saying okay all the time, it says what you are going into if you click okay. I'm not in great shape. They're hitting strong. Ritual, Oculus. Because you didn't play the Ram Creator at turn 2, you lower the enchantment with counter backup. They have double with the Ritual, sure. I don't think that... They could have Flare. I can tap it Flare, or they can draw into Force of Negation. Or. So that's... not like you give them more draws to draw a counter. Like you give them the Kotal and then they have a next turn. They can also. So I have some Dismember in the main decks, yes. Oracle, Essence Flux. Okay. So here I might flux my Oracle. Island. Sink into Stupor. 4 cards to the graveyard. Okay. They flip Oracle and change it for another Oculus. Not having a good time. Gee, this deck is pretty good. Okay, here I'm gonna stay back. They blink that. I guess I'm sinking and they blink another Oculus. Yeah. Triple Oculus, too many Oculus. Okay, so sideboard games. Harbinger goes, Dispute comes in, Stern Scalding, not great. Endurance is just medium, and yeah, I think like this. We morph into a bit of a control deck. No lands again. I'm not the most lucky person on drawing lands, seems like it. I keep this, put Oculus back. A classic game where one player took the initiative and just no bolt from that. Happens a lot with this kind of decks. Gonna keep the land on top. And here again, now they cannot flare me, so I'm playing Breath and Ritual. There I have it. Play Kotal. Hi Dario. Dispute is a great card. With one more day, me registering a lot of disputes for the RC. What is this? Poseiju. Yeah, sure. Forest. And I could play Coilin Oracle. Sorry. I don't see a huge punish on not doing it. On holding dispute. Reveal the top card. So Riddler. I draw a card. Then Scalding. This gets warped. I don't know if Stellar Scalding is a great card in the mirror. Countering those two cards is like a bit weak. Spellsnare, yeah, Spellsnare is better, obviously. Yeah, sure. But I don't think Spellsnare solves any of the problems of the deck. Only Prowess. This counters every Prowess creature. They cannot dispute. They have to hard cast something. Stern for Solitude. I don't board in the Stern Scaldings against the Solitude decks. It's against Prowess, Boros Energy, the fast creature decks, so that's the problem. Okay. So end step, gonna trade to one thing for another. Oculus, just maybe get its members. It gets dismembered. Quaddle, sure. They don't seem to have flare. It didn't counter my ritual. Okay, they sacrificed their creature. It was a nice trade for me. Draw a land. So 2 cards remaining. They could have Oculus in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards exiled. They have a sink. 1 card remaining. Yes. This gets a Coilin Oracle. Might draw me a card. No. Just a bit of card advantage. That's slow piece. They don't have anything relevant by now. Okay, Subtlety is great. I don't know if I want to cast Subtlety or not. Probably yes. Quantum Riddler is just... If I get to it, it will be great. But Flare. Flare is a huge draw. I don't think they can't win anymore. Oculus, Sink, I flax it, fades away. So this is 7, 8 damage. This one off, lethal. But I still have Subtlety plus Oculus, Flare, and Dismember. Very fine. I went ahead and did things. So... Maybe Subtlety is a bit weaker on the draw. 2 lands, a little combo. Not a lot of defense, but we have Riddler combo, so I guess I keep this. Flare of Denial and the land will be the best 2 draws I can have. Okay, that's the land. So now I need the Flare. They have Kotal, I guess. Fetch Mace, Surveil, land goes to the grave. Oh, another land. Not what the doctor ordered. Seems like this card, only this snake only has Venom if... Probably it's only the Venom is strong enough only if you are in a frozen place. Like frozen place level 3 or more. Riddler. That's bad. Medium bad. Oh, gonna cast Quaddle. This value Riddler or combo Riddler? Riddler being a 4/6 Sense Flux. Value Riddler, combo Riddler. Yeah, combo Riddler. Sure. Gonna cast my Riddler too. And now with Basic Island. They can have whatever, but 2 Riddlers meeting in the darkness that night. We're also near to Oculus, so seems like none of us has any counters. 1, 2, go to 10. I'm gonna block here. This trade's pretty bad with Dismember. 6 cards, 6 cards. I'm at 13. Essence Flux. Riddler, Oracle. Gonna Riddler this. Quaddle in response. Sure. Oculus. I'm gonna Essence Flux this Riddler. Draw another card. Quaddle. Quaddle is nice. No warp yet. More Quaddles. Okay. Yeah, this goes somewhere. They have Death Touch. So, what do we do? We need to start blocking. Go to 9, go to 5. I can double block. Double block. I can dismember 1. Okay, that's fine. Double block there. So. They're thinking with both. That's probably the right attack in this scenario. Go to 9. That's 6 cards. 6 cards. Can get Oculus. Rolling. I'm not sure on that. I'm gonna play this. I think a land would be great. Okay, yeah. Play tapped. I want to have more mana. Riddler could have been a 5/5 to trade. Or a... Yeah. I usually don't like creatures that are not on the same scale on both sides. It creates a weird think. What? Okay, they're playing the same deck almost. Quartal here. I could have the Stern's Calling or any other counter, but whatever. I think I have to block like this now, which is almost okay because this makes that the last Ice Fang has no Death Touch. I've seen a Dimmer Scam list with Riddler, Protestant Fluxes, and Hide on the Ceiling, which has been really fun. Hide on the Ceiling has a lot of interesting uses, especially if you're running Consign to Memory to stifle the trigger and remove your opponent's. Yeah, it's like the Jeskai Blink, but on land. I don't want the land. I want a flare. Land. I have drawn a lot of lands. So what is this? Another Kotal? I'm probably fine with that. I think they have a Dismember. This would have been a great comeback. Flare. Nice. Combat damage has been dealt. They are now probably dismembering me. So I expect this to happen in the exact same direction. What do they have? They have 6 casts, not playing creatures. I don't know what they have. Boseiju. They did not. They have a Dismember, that's sure. Maybe they have double Dismember. Maybe Oculus. Yeah, sure. So, seems like no Dismember, or at least they don't want to pay life for it. So, this is sad, but I have to Dismember, go to 2, see what happens with this. I could blink it, that was going to happen. So, now I have to go big. First Oculus, block. Okay, Oracle, Fear of Daniel, Ice Fang Kotal. So, this gets eaten for this. Cost of negation is not bad. Now they are dismembering. I am playing my Sense Flux. This dance is quite crazy. So now I can put something. Some of this great card to put under the Oculus. I've used 3 Essence Flux. Yes. This is a grind. 4 cards. This sadly has no Death Touch. This also doesn't have Death Touch. We have attacks and trades. I have not played any subtleties. I don't know. Even if I win or lose, I'm having a great time. Coiling Oracle. Yeah, you got it. Land. Yeah. Now they can double spell. 3 mana double spell. Oh, the bot is dead. So they go to declare attackers. No attackers yet. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I have a ritual going while they don't. So here we are, looking our opponents in the... I should probably play the second Kotal, just because this could give me a basic land to play. Boseiju, not the basic land I wish I had. Okay, now can I trade Oracle for something? For example, another Oculus. So this seems like a comeback. Not an easy one, but I have to have some disputes. I don't know. This deck is a grind fest. Yeah, I guess so. 5 minutes for my opponent remaining, while I have 11 Oracle. So what happens if I Alpha Strike? I'm gonna be able to Alpha Strike very soon. Maybe they have Cooling Ritual. Oculus. Gonna Sense of Flux here. Subtlety, the Oculus. Whoa. This is such value. Is a Riddler with 3 cards. Yeah, sure. If a Riddler with 3 cards, I'm fine. If they scam it, not gonna scam it. This match has been a marathon. Yeah. But managed. I started off bad, but at the end, I got there. Never surrender. More Oculus. They flare. I'm going to Boss of Negation the flare. I will be able to draw 2 with Riddler, but just okay, another flare. Okay, yeah, that's fine, I guess. I already have 2 Oculus there. No spells to change for. Okay, what about Torrent Elemental to unlock those situations and get value of Burning Ritual? I don't think you need that card. I don't know what Torrent Elemental, but you don't need to unlock. At the end, Torrent Elemental 5. When Torrent Elemental attack, tap all creatures defending play controls, but Torrent Elemental from exile. So I'm winning this game sooner or later by going big. Just a big creature is not what you need. Like, this is the classic win more card. I'm already winning more. Birthing Ritual. Yeah, I cannot kill that, but there are also not a lot that my opponent can do. There's on 3 minutes. Why you hold up? Because I think Boseiju can come in handy against this. And I think I have not a lot more creatures that I can get. Like, there's 1 Riddler in the deck, 2 Riddlers in the deck. Okay. They flipped Harbinger. Keeping Harbinger here is just a bit of a waste. Harbinger and yeah, Coin and Oracle draws an card. They're probably timing out anyway. Dispute gets revealed. Okay, let's see if I can start attacking. I can attack with Riddler. I have a lot of flyers. I'm gonna start chipping in damage and I'm gonna pass. The only thing that I would want to trade in is I have another Oculus, but I didn't have more Oculus, so Stability. Riddler gets trade for Oculus. Yeah, Riddler gets trade for Oculus. Now probably Alpha Strike time. Yeah, I can get deck out. They flip a Kotal. Yeah, I'm sure. But I'm probably Alpha Striking this turn. Second main phase. They attack for 1 with that touch. Yeah, I guess. I don't know if this can go wrong. They gut shot me. I'm eating my chair. Better Ritual gets Poseided. Now Riddler is flipped. Yeah, I will deck out this turn. Okay, Single to Stupor is a great draw. Probably the best draw I could have. So blue. This gets. I can dispute, but a flyer plus subtlety. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 blockers. 1, 2, 3. Dispute. Pay, yes. 2 cards remaining. Okay. And now with 6 cards in my hand and almost dead, I Alpha Strike my opponent while I am at 1 life. So blockers. I have a lot of blockers. Yeah, I just went bigger and bigger and bigger. And combat damage minus 25, 27, 29. Okay. 1 in the books. On my Metafrail profile, you will find all my competitive Magic the Gathering content. You will get deck and sideboard guides, articles with ideas and analysis, and even the decks I will be playing in my next big tournament. I offer one-to-one coaching sessions to help take your game to the next level. Following is completely free, so hit the subscribe button and keep up with everything I post on metafy.gg. So let's see if we find a second opponent. Run 2 against Massa, and a bit of a slow hand. Like, we have double pitch, we have Riddler to cycle, Oculus doesn't do anything. No lands. Yeah, I guess this is a 5er you have to keep. Not amazing, but I guess it is what it is. Fire Bluff. It's probably not Prowess. Okay, I have a pair of Focus Recall and Propagandas in the sideboard. Okay, there's already a lot of pressure. Go White X. Second Potato. Sure. I think this game is almost over. They play land into Kappa. I'm probably just conceding. Embrace. Yeah, okay, I'm not winning this game. Value. So Propaganda. So Endurance goes, 1 Harbinger goes. Dispute is quite fine. I don't like Force of Negation. Dispute is great, but you have to counter their counters. Focus Recall, Dismember can be fine. Harbinger of the Seas is like a bit hit or miss. Dismember kills Embry. On a board like so, I'm not sure. This matchup is just bad. The second worst matchup we have. And that's it. Yeah, I guess this hand has not a lot of lands, but a plan. Not a bad one. This is terrible play, but this is a bad Fossil Will on the Pinnacle, but this card on turn 1 is so strong. Yeah, 3 for 1. Here, I would have liked to have a dispute. If you dispute this spell, you have to play for disputes. That card is just very strong. Yeah, the good thing here is this plays ahead of our plan of Riddling, but I don't care. Box. Yeah, this would have been a huge Pinnacle emissary. Embry. Yeah. Fetch Mace. Reading Pool. Emissary. Drum. So I could try to draw cards, but I'm gonna play towards drawing a 3rd land and scamming my Riddler. They're drawing cards. Anyway, if I don't draw that, I'm gonna play the Riddler anyway. Okay, they did not have Embry yet. They're going to draw 2 more cards. Now I'm starting to be in danger. Lava Spur Boots, yeah. Smells bad. Do I draw a land? Or I'm gonna play Propaganda here. Maybe this forces them to counter. It's 99, they have a counter. If they do not equip the boots. So yeah, then with Embry on board, they don't need that much of problems with propaganda, but look at my top card. We play Bubble. Embry is very strong against us. Add to DL card that creates card advantage. I fetch, and this could be a Kappa. Not attacking. Trying 2 cards. Building Ritual might force them to counter. Okay, what do they have? I don't know what they have. My opponent casts Mirror's Bubble again with Embry. They look at my top card. Playing Cage. Cage is a reason to not fight Ritual. They saw Verdant Catacombs boarded in Cage. Okay, the Riddler. So the creature enter, draw a card. I'm gonna blink it in response. They're probably countering this, but this makes me draw 2 cards, which I guess it's something. Yeah. Oculus and Dispute. Not gonna eat the Riddler with this. Okay, so now I have 2 disputes that go nowhere. I have an Oculus that also do not work. Weapons. You cannot attack with those. You have to pay a lot of mana. The Propaganda gain time. I don't know how much it's worth. Oh, okay, they cannot recast things with Embry. This is starting to maybe look better. Almost script. Yeah. They did not know I had Oculus in hand, but a lot of heads up plays. Oof, Saga. Terrible, but I have to pay 2 mana. Yeah. I don't know if Propaganda is great in this matchup, but it has gained me a lot of time. I will probably gain even more. Put into graveyard. Oracle. This is a fine blocker. They have a lot of cards in hand. I don't know. Anything they have, I care about. Possess you to the board. That would be a great draw. No, I'm not gonna eat anything with. They can't play Sing into stupor. Usually don't have more weapons. Yeah. This can be a token. We have 3 cards remaining. Okay, that means I'm on Riddler time. They can counter Essence Flux. Yeah. This can be good. Okay, I'm starting to turn the corner. Not too great. A great place, but I'm having a chance here. They put a token. Yeah, no more tokens. Okay, so they put a munitions tokens, which is not my biggest wish. Orchid Recall will be a good draw. Maybe I'm blocking the construct token and blinking. Probably not that great. Explosives cast with 3 colors. Child target creature. Yeah, I guess. No, they kill my Propaganda and their Embry. Not terrible. Can attack. I'm gonna jump with this and blink it. Just free use. Okay, I like sync. There's a world where I sync this. Yeah, I'm past. I sync this. I tapped wrong. Dispute. Okay, Propaganda! I've been liking it. Every time I had it on play, I won. Now they called for 4 mana, kill my small creatures. Midnight, yeah, that's our more munitions tokens. Not something I like, but I don't care. They equip, yeah. I'm very fine with trading. They're on a 3-turn clock. They equip. These are 6 tokens. That is 12 damage. Poseiju. This is huge. It seems like Propaganda won this game. Oculus. They might have another counter. Now with Oculus, both cards go to the graveyard, which is not terrible because I can have a 3rd. But puts up lethal. Class of Quicks gets eaten. They can only eat 2 permanents. Probably they are gonna do it. I live a bit in fear of Engineered Explosives, but there is not much I can do for it. They gain another life. That's 9, which is exactly how much I have on board. Okay, Explosives is lethal, but whatever. Maybe today we don't have time to play the second league. Yeah, I'm gonna put this, but both cards are going to go to the graveyard because of Cage. They're at 10. Oh, they are at 10. Yeah, so I have a 2-turn clock. What's that? Pithy Needle. Yeah, sure. That card came late. But I'm gonna name. Chooses card is Griselbrand. There are cards to name. I'm not having a Griselbrand. No attacks. Yeah, makes sense. Friend goes to 1. And now I think they can't have Rebuke, so if I'm Explosive for 0, they pay. They could Kappa me. I'm gonna play Propaganda. Let's place a bit around Kappa. Okay, no ritual. You're at 1, nothing gets there. If we would have drawn a fetch, I could have played the second Oculus. Okay, yeah, Propaganda got there. Maybe I lose this match, but Propaganda did a lot. Okay, now my opponent knows what they are playing against. I'm gonna cut 2 built-in rituals, double T, and second ritual, I guess. They're gonna have cage, and I don't have easy time dealing with cage. I just go into the... I play counters deck. Propaganda, dismembers, double T. Yeah, explosive for 3. Midnight, yeah. Or they didn't maul Klaus, yeah. Emery, yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, that's a turn 1 Embry hand. I have the Dismember ready. Is your last card Fossil Negation and blue card? I feel Spire Bluff and attack for 1, explosive for 0. Yeah, that means they don't have Focust. Focust is strong. Probably one of the best cards they could have. And now they could have an Opal, Tormod Script, yeah. I don't care much about that. So it's a card that does something, but I don't care. I got a spell, but that blocks. And maybe ramps. 6 mana. This is Kappa for 5, 6. With Propaganda. Let's see if I can tempo this Kappa out. No attacks. This is an interesting draw. Put it on top. So Basic Island. And I cast Sink on Kappa. I have a lot of lands. If I draw a land, I think I got to turn the corner. I have Coat already. Not turn, but Loss of Negation. Propaganda. Would have had to attack first, but whatever. If I draw a land, they don't block. Kappa is when something enters, not when something is cast. So there is a spot where they don't have a spell and I can ambush the Kappa. Not the easiest thing in the world, but probably keep mana open. Yeah, Kappa, yeah. Got it. Yeah, Propaganda. But always forgetting to pay the 2. They knew about Kotal. No? Why? Why they should know about Kotal? It was revealed by the Oracle. Oh, okay. That might be. But if they don't play around it, yeah, it was revealed. I have to pay 2 for this to happen. 2 cards in hand. Saga. Saga is strong. But this is not an artifact. Pinnacle Emissary. Now, this enters. That means they will be able to... I'm gonna surveil. Sense Flux. Sense Flux. That means I take the damage. Gonna play Kotal. Land. I don't know. I'm gonna try to draw Riddler. Quota. No, I cannot keep the Sense of Flux. Okay. No spells to cast. Put on top. You have to pay 2. You pay the 2. Like the commander players say. Gonna trade this. This dispute came a bit late. Now, casting dispute. This dispute makes them tap out, so makes that they cannot attack or put a construct on board. Okay. And now they have to choose between constructs and attacking. Attacks is not a way. So I need a ritual, I need an Oculus, I need a Riddler. All those cards are great. Flare is not a card I want. Riddler, draw 2, no response. Oculus and Sync. So Oculus comes down. This was a good Riddler. Maybe I should start attacking. Probably this at least blocks the token. So they get a construct. This gets bigger. Riddler gets blinked. So now they can put up something. Cage, yeah. They cannot attack with... They can just not use the mana on the... I would love to draw... What is this? Another Kappa. There. This Kappa can attack. I go to 3. What is this? Ah, they're paying for the Propaganda. Yes, sure. I'm at 3. Another Oculus. They need to draw nothing. So, wait. I'm playing this tapped, and this draws me 2 cards. Flare and Sync. Okay, Flare can be good. Flare counters the next spell they cast, so I should have probably attacked with the Oculus in the air to try to win a race. Maybe I can... Okay, this has to get countered by, I guess, Riddler? Okay, no spells for you. Yeah. Oculus is a better attacker. So now they can attack with 1. Yeah, Oculus doesn't do much, but I can bounce this, but probably not. Don't want to bounce that. Propaganda, eh? Yeah, I'm getting sold on propaganda. They pay? I don't care much with what to block. Like, if those two attack, I'm dead regardless, so... Ooh, Papa! Oh, daddy. Oh, daddy. The good old Hercules. Hercules you. Attack with both. Go to 12. Icefang Kotal is fine. And with the Ritual, I don't know. Yeah, Destiny Draw. Saga, sure. I still have attacks. Like, this is lethal. Yeah, sure. So they can play their spells. They drew Saga. So they can bring up 1 Kappa. This card has been great. Explosives, yes. 1 Kappa. Okay. Yeah, sure. Class of Kicks. Okay, if they are explosiving for 0, I'm fine. Every day of your life, you can do that. Yeah. If this is just live 1 more turn, Oculus, I don't care. They hope to draw Galvanic Blast. They don't even have 3 artifacts. I don't know, but Propaganda has been very good. We beat Affinity! Okay. This deck is starting to be very, very cool. We have been 1.5 hours on stream for 2 rounds. Yeah, in both rounds, my opponent almost timed out. So round 3 against Re. This hand. I'm on the play, I'm gonna keep this. I'm not sure on the Essence Flux. Riddler did things that game, but Riddler is always a great top deck. That's something that's sure. Somebody goes to the grave. This is Prowess. Are you playing this tapped? What's this? Affinity Prowess. Seems more like Prowess than Affinity. The core is still Cutter. Yeah. They have a bubble. So I'm gonna dismember this because this is gonna end up doing more damage at the end of the game. And this also puts cards in my graveyard, which is, I guess, decent. Sense Flux, not a great card. I hope to be able to subtlety a creature. That with a Sense Flux, you can never get value out of that. If we beat Prowess thanks to the Propaganda. DRC. Play this. This goes there. And I'm gonna scam it. This gets me at 3-3. They don't have Mutagenic. We already knew, but Building Ritual. I guess I attack with this. Play Ritual. Maybe I can trade Subtlety for Riddler. Oracle, Harbinger. I'm gonna put Harbinger here. That means I cannot play that many spells, and if they try to bolt my Harbinger, I can flax it. Yeah. This is 1 extra card in the graveyard. This is almost a Time Walk in front of their no mountain game. Okay, they get another token. I don't have a blue mana. Breeding Pool. Okay. Yeah, I guess I attack. I have to eat this spell, most likely. I'm probably dead. If I play the Oculus here, or if I get an Oculus, maybe also a Riddler. Oculus is a spell that does something. I have to survive this turn. Lightning Bolt the Oculus. They have another bolt. They have Lava Dart. They have triple bolt. Not dead, but almost dead. If they had so many bolts, it will not matter. I need to have a Force of Negation there. Or even... Okay, this is a... Okay. I'm fine with this. I was dead to that bolt anyway. Harbinger is a bad card in this matchup, but I guess you have to play it. Stern Scalding, Force of Negation, Subtlety's medium. Oculus is good. Dismember, Oracle, Flare, Subtlety. Subtlety is so bad. I'm gonna board like this. Oh, sorry. Okay, they bolted my Oracle. I'm fine with that. And I'm gonna force with the other Oracle. Maybe with Riddler. Maybe Flare. I'm gonna bolt with Oracle. Force with Oracle. That's muted. Okay. If I knew this... So here I can Flare and Flare. Just keep trading spells. They don't do anything, I'm just gonna slam the Endurance. Just fine enough. Swiss P, yeah. This is not something I'm worried. No, they are probably plotting. Beard. Gonna counter the Beard. Like mostly Swiss Beard is... Okay, they play Bubble. So they have instant sorcery creature. So I might Endurance here just because they have Delirium and they called on Holy Heat my Endurance. They have 3 cards, 4 cards now. Not a lot. So Cutter. Yeah, Cutter is not a card I'm happy about. Yeah, this gives me blockers. So they could have Mutagenic or Bubble. What's 2 cards on the bottom? They play Bubble. Yeah. So Bubble is fine. Bubble themselves. Have a fetch. Oh, another Bubble. I might need to jump here. I'm gonna jump. This is a lot of damage I don't take. Edge Mace, Coiling Oracle. So I guess this card is okay. This card activates my Flare. It's a blocker, so they draw 2 cards with Bubble. Not like great, but I think I'm not winning this game. Thing gets played tapped. Riddler draws 2. Think. Okay. So I can flare a spell. I could cast a Riddler next turn. Preordain. I'm gonna flare this. I think this Preordain can get more damage, but I'm probably dead anyway. No propaganda. This is a worst matchup. Yeah, Lightning Bolt. This is super lethal. Propaganda would have done things. Yeah, that was round 4 against Demorito. We're on the draw. This hand doesn't do much. I'm gonna mull. Okay, this hand has a plan. Just maybe not great, but so Sacred Foundry, Ragavan. So this is probably Boros. Subtlety, you came late to the party. Endurance got stolen. Oh, no more Endurance in my deck. Seasoned Pyro, not going to happen now. There's so much tempo advantage. I'll not be able to deal with that. They're thinking. This Seasoned is probably discarding Flage and another spell. Edge Mace. Edge Mace goes to the grave. I don't need another tap land here. I'm gonna get the Forest and play Ritual. They have the Mountains, so I don't think I'm gonna steal the game with Harbinger. They also have Ragavan, so I don't know. This being on the draw and facing a turn 1 Ragavan, never ideal. What's this? Ajani, Bombardment, Prowess Charm on that. Yeah, sure. This doesn't seem like a great play, but like I have no creatures. Probably better to just kill my creatures than to do anything else. It's not covered the island. Yeah, my Ragavan's stealing my lands. Yeah, I think this game is over. Pyromancer. Yeah, I'm gonna concede. I don't think I'm gonna win this game anytime soon. So Endurance, Propaganda, Scolding, Harbinger. I don't know how good Flare of Denial is here. So this and maybe Catanoculus. I'm gonna try like this, not sure. Okay, not the best hand, but also not the worst. So first main phase, Island go. Agent Lion, thanks for the sub with Prime, welcome. Yeah. At least this is not Breeding Pool that screams Stern Scalding. It's just, yeah, I played a land against a smart opponent. They should know. Creep up the Great Borg. Yeah, Scalding there. So that card is pretty good against our Iceman Kotal. Thanks. Maybe I should play Ritual. No, gonna hold. And also everyone, if you have a free Amazon Prime sub, maybe you can use it on me. You like what I do? Gonna do this. If I draw Flare, this is good. I'm getting a Forest with this and cashing in Building Ritual and attack for 1. Now Ritual enters and I could get a Coiling Oracle or an Endurance. I think an Endurance is a difficult card to deal with. Here I'm a bit Blood Moon proof. This matchup they play Blood Moon, so you should be a bit aware of it. So opponent. I have a 3/4. What do you have? Wear Tear. Sadly, the Sense Flux doesn't blink any permanent, but yeah, it's fine. You could attack and Galvanic. They probably don't have Galvanic, but play land. I'm gonna hold. No reason to. I'm not the aggressor. I'm the big mana deck that getting there sooner or later. This Goblin Bombardment. I'm gonna cast this just so that if I draw fetch, I get there. This is another Ocelot. This is Guide of Souls. Sure. Fetch. Scalding. Okay. So I can play Scalding on a spell and then Bombardment again. Yeah. Okay. Oculus time. I think this game is gonna end in my favor. They have very hard time dealing with an Oculus. And this is, in this case, this is a protected one. So even, and that's like when you attack into Shadow, like, yeah, I can attack with this. And they're not gonna block. They're not blocking. I have a ton of blockers. Quaddle. I can flip the Quaddle. Surveilled. They surveilled to the top. And they have Seasoned Pyro, which, yeah, it's okay. They could sacrifice. No, they cannot sacrifice everything. Okay. Wrath of the Skies. Yeah. That's a dangerous card, but I don't care. They get a cat. Yes, sure. They get a lot of cats. They can sacrifice half of their... They can probably doing this on the third one. Okay, so here comes Coilin Oracle. Okay, this finds a land. Oculus. Very weird how they play this game. Flare of Denial. Yeah, this has to get countered, but it's gonna bite me. For sure. Wayland, yeah. Okay. This is a 3/3. And I could flip this and block. I can block with this, and then they are getting extra tokens there. Oh, this is hard. So I can probably just blocking here. This is blocked, blinked. I should have waited to do the damage. Now they lost a token. They can go with everything. Raven Charm on the Oculus. You want to sack your whole board to this? I'm completely okay. That was a great turn. Also, the Thraven is gonna get shuffled back. This deck is a lot of fun. You want to sacrifice your whole board to kill my Oculus? Maybe not the best idea. Edge Mace. Surveil, Force of Negation goes to the grid. I want Riddlers and that kind of stuff. Take sack 1 to kill my manifest creature. Yes, sure. They're afraid this is a Riddler. Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna cast this and pass. To be able to double block this. My opponent is reading Propaganda. I found some propagandas I had. I didn't know I had them, but I was thinking, I probably sold them away a while back. They're just very old school propaganda from before they were reprinted. So Oculus reveals. Oculus flips Riddler. Not bad. Now I'm gonna flip Riddler, draw 2. I don't know if I have cast propaganda anytime in my life. Probably yes. And some weird legacy control decks. Seasoned Pyro, yeah. Okay, this makes tokens, but will it be enough? So they will get Pride, they will get 5 tokens. They cannot attack this turn. Guide of Souls is a card. So they get 2 tokens. And yeah, that's a lot of life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're gonna kill my Oculus. Yeah, they kill my Oculus. So, okay, Oculus time. Flip Riddler. Probably I have to attack. They attack, block. I will not attack yet. I will still hold. They have to draw spells and cast things. They're having a lot of fun this league. Games have been very, very interesting. The win or lose thing doesn't matter. I forgot to update this. Oh, the bot is broken. It's so sad. My opponent has the city splitting. My opponent is declaring attackers. 3, 6. They pay 2. So with that's bad. Okay, this kills both of my creatures. Yeah, that was... I should have attacked. I didn't count on the Guide of Souls putting counters there. Okay, I got to 11. Maybe I should have blocked. It's too much damage to take care. Second Surveillance, Subtlety, cost. Yeah, 2 cards, 2 life. I'm in theory at 7. Draw cards. Play lands. Coilin Oracle. It doesn't draw. Nice fun quad. So... cast Riddler. And probably I just draw cards. Here, I draw 3. Within Ritual, Oculus, Ice Funk. Can play Oculus. Okay, let me think. Quattro doesn't do much. Ritual depends on what I hit, so I guess it's Oculus. Is there a way to not keep priority? No, there is no real way. I'm gonna start attacking. No. So, I don't know. It should not work, but for some reason it's happening. Okay, that's another Riddler. It has happened to me a lot, but other players it didn't happen, so I don't know. Okay, now I have to block. Like any more life. So this blocks. In real life, you draw 3 cards, yes. Obviously, you draw 3 cards with this. If you have 2 Riddlers and you draw a card, you draw 3. So, cats. Goblin Bombardment is troublesome. So I'm drawing a card. Harbinger of the Seas. Doesn't do much right now. So, Ritual. I'm dead. I think I'm dead. I found no single to stupor for this. So this draws me a card, only one. Ice Fan Coatl, and I don't think that in response to a trigger I'm able to do something cool. I need to draw a Sink into Stupor here. Wear Tear on the Ritual. So I could try to draw an Essence Flux. I have 2 remaining. And how many sinks? 2 sinks, 2 Essence Flux. Draw 2, draw 3. I'm gonna cash in the other Coatl. Okay, I think this gives me 2 cards and another card to draw Essence Flux. If the top card of my deck is literally draw another card, yeah, not great. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have no more surveillance, so this is just a plains. Yeah, the turn 2 Ocelot Pride will get us. More the bombardments. Yeah, there was a crazy turn where they had the Seasoned Pyromancer in the graveyard. There is a Sink a bit late. 7/7 on this creature with haste. Okay, those are a lot of tokens. Okay, they cannot attack with everything. Okay, no Calling Ritual, no party. I'm fine. Propaganda has been doing things. My opponent wants to Alpha Strike, but they will be able to do so. Attack, 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 block, attack. Yeah, probably yes. They have exactly mana. The tokens get shoot. Tokens doesn't get copied. You have to pay for propaganda. Most times you are dead by the time you can calling. Yeah, not always, but the problem is that after you calling, you wipe the board and they just reassemble, and it's not that great. My opponent declares attackers with voice. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the first strike on Ocelot is strong. I need something to kill Ocelot or even bounce it. Was fine. I think this one Prowess. I think this is Boros is better than Affinity. The worst matchup is Prowess, the second Affinity, and the third Boros. Probably they're on par, but yeah, you have bad matchups in the world. Happens. You have to pay 4. This blocks here, this blocks here, this blocks here. So those are shoot. I'm at 7, and they get 2 more tokens. I need to deal with this just by the 2 tokens they have been making plus bombardment. If I could have drawn out of bombardment, I think I would be fine. But that's yeah. I had some outs to this situation, but drew a lot of cards. Only had 16 cards left in my deck, but never got there. So round 5, we are currently 2-2. We're playing against Magic Library. So I'm keeping this and playing, I don't know, Tallintan, Verdant Catacombs. Another Prowess deck, or at least not yet. I'm gonna play this. Mesa is Jeskai, Prowess, Boros Energy. Boros tends to have, the other 2 decks tend to have a spell on turn 1. Surveil, Thundering Falls, yeah. I take the time on the Surveil. Oh, this is Prowess. Okay, so this is Wispier. I don't know, this is right, this is not right. I could try to scam it here. I'm gonna do it. Sadly, I have to get 3 damage out of this. So this trades Essence Flux for a Bolt, which is fine. And they're trying to get to critical mass. I don't know why I keep playing into Prowess. Deck is just sub 50% win rate. It's very good against me, but not good against the good decks. So like I said, let's trade for a Bolt. It's fine. A card I am not going to use for a card that would have been a nice draw. But yeah. I'm gonna play Bidding Ritual, and depending what they do next turn, I might... Is here some Prowess players? Why are you playing this deck? So is there a reason you choose to play Prowess over other decks? I don't understand. I face a lot of Prowess, which is a good practice, but that's so weird. Swiss P again, yeah. They didn't play a spell last turn. Steam Vents tapped. Could be Lava Dart, Lightning Bolts, Violent Urge, Expressive Iteration, Sink into Stupor. I'm gonna warp this. I knew the top card of my deck was a land. I would have played this, but I'm gonna try to convert this Riddler into some value. I feel offended by that question. The first time ever that Prowess is a good deck. Yeah, I don't say Prowess is a good deck, but it's played a lot. Like, the second most played deck, while it's a sub 50% win rate. It has bad matchup against most of the tier 1 decks. So from the most played deck, it starts to have a good matchup. Yeah, okay, 51%. Okay, yeah, against Affinity. 3, 6, 7, 8. Against the 8th deck, against Esperphilia, it's the first time it has a good matchup. Like, your deck is not beating the tier 1 decks. So that's the question, why it's so popular. Well, it's not really good. Yeah, the deck is cool. It does cool things. I agree with this. Warp on the bottom. Is this again a Harbinger? Play Subtlety. I'm gonna eat this and get a Harbinger. Yeah, sure. Let's take some red mana from my opponent. Obviously the deck is not terrific. I love this to end up playing Titan. I don't think I'm gonna play Titan. I don't want to play Titan. I'm fine with this. I'm liking my deck choice for the RC. I think the deck is good, it's fun, it's interesting. So no more red mana yet. But to 11. Did you find the solution to aggro? Yes. Propaganda has been great. Boseiju. Harbinger. And here we try to swap this for an Oculus. Oculus, yes. This is Oculus now. And I think I win the match. Bolt on Harbinger. Okay. That's not a bolt on me. You have 4 card types. Pressive Iteration. Yeah. Fiery Islets. Bubble. There's a lot of cards they are using to just made me chump. Bolt the token. Okay. 5. Yeah, I guess. Go to 6. They have only 1 line in Bolt left, but they cannot. So Oracle. Boseiju gets played. Riddler gets warped. I draw 2. So attack. Here I'm going to let Ritual Resolve. Oracle. Oculus. Yes. Okay. This is another Oculus. And then this is a Reach. A flying creature. Okay. So it might have get there. Okay. Another Oculus. And Iceman Kotal. Cutter is Trample. Yeah, sure. Can block with a lot of stuff. Pressive Iteration. Yeah. Iteration is not getting there, I think. Bubble. Yeah. Card grows for 5. I have no red mana. I will have to be a bit aware of mutagenic growth or double mutagenic. This blocks here. This blocks here, and this blocks here. Maybe this blocks here. So I can sacrifice the other Oculus. Yeah, so this means 6. Okay, this is 6. 6, 5. Okay, so they're at 8. And yeah, I had to be aware that they had trample and just block good enough. Okay, we beat game 1 Prowess. Something to be afraid. So, Oculus, Endurance, Subtlety. Riddlers is fine, but then probably Sense Flux. I'm gonna try this way. This hand. Double T, Ritual, Riddler, Endurance. Yeah, I think I keep it. But not amazing. Regional Championship is next week. It's next week already. I thought I had another week to try to test, but I guess it is what it is. No spell on 1. So weird when they don't play spell on 1. So this means Cutter. Yeah, this Cutter and nothing more. Okay, I'm gonna play Boseiju and Boseiju their Cutter. Yeah, they're getting ahead of mana. They probably have a second Cutter, but if they don't, that means they have an Expressive Iteration. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, Expressive. You have to have like Bolts, Expressive, Swiss Spear, Subtlety. It's just pure tempo, but it's good enough. I would like to draw a land. Okay, on the top. So yeah, it seems like they are holding Spell Snare or Spell Pierce. Expressive. Yeah, I told ya. Seems like the double expressive Horistil Cutter hand. Was it double Cory or the double expressive? They find the land, so no spells for them. So I'm gonna play green, blue. I'm gonna shock me. Don't want to, but I think I have to do it. We'll have to cast 2 spells. I can bolt this. Okay, Lava Dart. Sure. Yeah, this blocks some damage and get some cards out of them, which I'm fine with. Oculus. So this is gonna be Riddler, draw a card. Hope to draw a land, any land, but it's not a survey land. Flare, no, it's not any land. Okay, this gets warped. They don't have a lot of pressure, which is okay. Expect them to have a Spell Snare in hand. They are not playing anything, means that they have something for sure. They got up an Unholy Heat. Unholy Heat, Spell Pierce or Spell Snare. Probably Spell Snare, then Bolt. This is aggressive. But I love to have a Dismember here, but whatever. There's 4 cards in the grave. Foil in Oracle. It's almost the same chance to draw a land with this and this. So this dying is not that bad. So, but if they have Spell Snare, I'm gonna cast this. It can also draw me the Blink card. Okay, yeah. Never drew a land. Yeah. If I draw Surveillance, also a fetch land, I can surveil Oculus. Lair of Denial is so medium in this matchup. This is 2. Another Mutagenic, yeah, this is 5. I go to 8. Can go to 6. More Mutagenics, yeah. Go to 5. That means that they have a chance. They have the bubble trigger still, or that was from last turn? They have the bubble trigger. Not great for the home team. Okay, got the land. Bit late, but I go to 4. Play Ritual. This makes at least they have to Lava Dart. Unholy Heat. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3. If I would have drawn the Subtlety earlier, I got Subtlety and Oculus. So Lava Dart from hand, dead. Yeah. Missed to match on the 3rd land and was too late. I did draw the Subtlety on my turn. I got a Subtlety into the air to Oculus. No, because I drew the fetch with the Colin Oracle. I'm gonna try to cut flares. The card has been weak at... Okay, let's go. Yeah, Flare is not a great card in this match. We have Scalding, we have Boseiju for their cutter. We are near to getting the Snow Fire Islet. Preordain, no. I'm gonna Scalding that every day of my life. They have a 1-lander. Maybe they have a Surveillant. A 1-lander with Bubble. Could have the Surveillant there. Ritual, go. Okay, we will be able to scam or Riddler on the next turn. Okay, they kept the 1-lander. Okay, not gonna argue with this. Sometimes you have to get lucky. Sometimes. So Riddler, what do you think about this Ritual deck? I might split between playing Ritual, Tron, or Ruby. All 3 decks are fine, but I think this deck is a bit better. So I'm gonna do this, and in response, I'm gonna Shocking Me and Blinking Riddler. They don't have Delirium yet, or they could have Delirium. They could have Ritual first if I find an Oculus. I should have Ritual first. Okay, this was wrong. I should have Ritual first, and then maybe I found Oculus, and I'm gonna eat this for Oculus or a Riddler. Can I get another Riddler? This is just a lot of value. Yeah, I should have waited. This was a punt. I should have see if I get an Oculus, and if an Oculus was revealed by Ritual, I just hold my Essence Flux to make it survive. Preordain, yeah. This was wrong. Yeah, mistakes were made. Okay. Here I'm just holding Subtlety plus things. I need a creature or a cutter or something to make things work. Expressive. This is a huge tempo boost. Fetch Mace. This goes to the top. Gonna play first coil in Oracle. Okay, second coil in Oracle. 6 cards. So I guess I play Riddler. I'm at 15. You said which deck was slightly better. I guess this deck is a bit better, but like the problem is that the 2 most played decks is Blink and Amulet. They are not very good matchups for Titan, also for Tron. So what is my opponent doing? Lava Dart that, sure. Sacrifice a mountain, Lava Dart that, sure. I can eat Riddler for anything. I eat Riddler for Oculus. This gives me an Oculus trigger, which is already fine. We have only 2 mana. Okay, seems like we beat. Subtlety's a bit better card, I guess. Maybe not. Maybe I should have flipped. This is expressive. You need another heat. Morg. Yeah. You got a Morgtide. I'm gonna attack with both. And I have this member. Dear friend, what do you wanna block? Nothing. Riddler. Pass of Negation is good. So this gets warped. And yeah. I get another Oculus for my worries. Double trigger and beat Prowess. And without propaganda. Okay, this can also block the Morgtide. 6 damage on the side. Propaganda. Yeah, I've been liking propaganda a lot. Probably playing a 3rd one. Has been helping to beat the rough matchups. Like, they're still hard, but my opponent doesn't have cards. They're probably not winning. Okay, my opponent concedes. Yeah, and 3-2. We beat Prowess and Affinity this league in very great games. So Riddler was fine, not incredible. Obviously, every time you scam it, it's great every time you put it with a Sense Flux. So nothing against. I do like Charles Agent, but yeah, I will try a bit more in this direction. But also on the other, I probably think that Mythical Dispute should be a 4-off. My sideboard is quite hard to deal. Like I would like to have like 3rd Propaganda, 4th Dispute, 3rd Scalding, play Endurance in the main deck. But yeah, obviously, I don't know how good Hercules Recall does. I think that for the matchup is based on them not resolving ball bandit. Yeah. We keep some Force of Negations for that. Probably I should board that 3rd. You probably don't need 3 forces. I'm on the other list I have. I'm playing 4 Dispute, 2 forces in the main deck, not in the sideboard, but just to give ideas of what I think that should happen. I still don't know if Hercules Recall is worth. Like with Propaganda, you can maybe live with the Turkles. Also, I would like to have another Dismember, but yeah, it's always. You can probably cut these 3 cards and be it, and then move Endurance to the main deck, and there you have a decent sideboard. Boros can beat Propaganda, but Boros can tear it or pay and kill us. Yeah, I know. I'm still fine with Boros. I'm not having that much trouble against them. So yeah, the end is, what do you prefer, to have the Shardless or the Riddler or Scam builds? I'm gonna try both still.